Dear friends, today I want to travel in France, but not to the museums, because it is very boring, although they also need to visit. I will go where you can drink some good young wine, there they will tell you how it is produced. Buy some good wine for yourself if you like it. In general, for me it is more interesting. Today I want to go to Bordeaux. It is a wonderful town in the southwest of France. You just need to have a walk along it. Renovated charming villages, restored buildings of the 18th century, a beautiful pedestrian center of the city and a thriving waterfront area with chic boutiques and cafes. But we will speak about it another time. And now let's speak about wine. In Bordeaux, located in the southwest of France, there are so many magnificent vineyards. It is an ideal place for vineyards. Red Bordeaux wines are traditionally blended. Classic Bordeaux varieties are Cabernet Sauvignon, Cabernet Franc, Merlot and Petit Verdot. In general, on the left bank of the Gironde, in blends prevails Cabernet Sauvignon, and on the right bank people prefer Merlot. In Bordeaux there is a conditional division into right bank and left bank wines. White Bordeaux wines are also traditionally blended. For the production of white wines, including Sauternes, mainly use Sauvignon, Semillon and Muscadel, Railliani Blanc, Merlot Blanc and others. First of all, red wines from Bordeaux are prized all over the world, but white Bordeaux wines are less popular. However, the second of the most expensive bottles of wine sold in history is a bottle of sweet white Sauternes Chateau d'Yquem 1787 from Bordeaux. It was sold at an auction of old wines in London in 2006 for £55,000. The first place in the rating of the most expensive wines in history is Red Chateau Lafite Rothschild from Bordeaux in 1787. It was sold at an auction for $160,000. The best time for relax in Bordeaux is from June to August, but this is the busiest tourist period. Most French and European travelers visit the wine capital of France. If you want to see the sights, not the crowds of tourists, it is better to rest in Bordeaux in autumn or spring. Seasonal discounts are available at this time, and you can save your money. However, there are disadvantages. Since September, many wineries begin to process the vineyards and produce wine. Many tourists prefer to visit Bordeaux on winter holidays. Holidays will be wonderful, but what about excursions? I don't know, you will decide, but we prefer summer. Let's do it so, only this trip should be planned in advance. There are a lot of tourists in the season. The trip is planned for a couple of months. In general, you can choose any chateau according to your tastes. Well, yes, there are many, and almost all of them make excursions for tourists. Well, I'll tell you a little about a few of them. Chateau Margaux. It produces 3 wines from their own vineyards: Chateau Margaux, main or the first red wine; Pavillon Rouge Chateau Margaux, the second red wine; and Chateau Margaux Pavillon Blanc, white wine production. Wines where the label says simply Margaux are produced in the chateau. This makes them original, and where it says Chateau Margaux, they do in several places of the commune. Chateau Latour. It produces 3 red wines from their own vineyards: Grand Vin de Chateau Latour, main or the first wine; Les Forts de Latour, the second wine; and Pauillac, the third wine. This chateau is quite difficult to find. Some people cannot find. It is necessary to book in advance. Some tourists do not go there faced with difficulties. But if you manage to get there, you're lucky, and get a lot of fun. Chateau Haut-Brion. It produces 3 wines from their own vineyards: Chateau Haut Brion Rouge, red wine, Chateau Haut Brion Blanc, white wine, Le Clarence Chateau Haut Brion, another red wine, and some more delicious wines. All three farms, according to the official classification of Bordeaux wines in 1855, belongs to the category Premier Grand Cru class. This is the highest category in the classification, included in the top 5 producers of Bordeaux, and this classification has changed only a few times.